Hello, welcome back. Big one. Miles Davis, Kind of Blue, UHQR, 45 RPM. Here it is. Here it is. Yeah, finally. Finally, because I did again something, and I say it again, something I really don't like. I watch my own videos, and I watched a video of mine 1.5 years ago, end of May 2021. The video I did about the 33 1/3. Yeah, and this goes now also, of course, thematically into this video, because I again compare it to the Miles Davis Kind of Blue from MoFi, and I briefly get into the difference between the 33 1/3 and the 45 RPM UHQR. But before we do that, let me briefly go through the content of the box set, because there are quite some things that I find very worth mentioning. Of course, we get our perfectly beautifully laminated Stoughton gatefold jacket with the session photos. We get a certificate. You know how I like certificates. We get, which is quite interesting, you get that with every UHQR, you get a technical specification manual where they go through the production process of this very, very well manufactured releases. And we get, again, like we got with the 33 1/3, a nicely well-made booklet. What I do like about this booklet is that they didn't go the very easy route and give us the same as we got with the 33. They put in new pictures, which is just nice thinking in a way, and saying, oh come on, they really could have done it very easy and put the same in, that they give us the booklet with different pictures is very thoughtful in my opinion, and a great addition. The vinyl comes, of course, in the QRP archival sleeves. We get the decarbonized clarity vinyl with, okay, I hope we can get this. Get it? Come on, get sharp, please. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. Sorry. Done. Yeah, here we go. Here we go with a flat profile. Everything is explained in this manual. And what I really liked, for both parties in a way, for us customers and of course for the manufacturer, they give us the vinyl outside of the jacket, which is a great idea. It's within the box, and not only, and again, thoughtful. The vinyl is in this plastic bags, which is an additional protection, and I really like this. Those are the details, I think, that makes all of our lives way easier, way easier. Okay, that being said, we now go a bit into the album, the Kind of Blue. We go a bit into the surroundings, and I want to explain some of the reasons why I don't do a shootout against an original pressing. The original pressing has a big problem on side 1. It's not in the right speed. They had a problem with a 2-track, I think. And so on the original, on side 1, you have the wrong speed, which of course is something significant. Of course, don't get me wrong, the original will always be an icon. But when it comes to a shootout, like what I do now, this is of course a problem. And so that is one of the reasons that I don't have the original here with me. When I did the video last year in May, I had the huge honor to be on that panel with Bernie Grundman, Michael Hobson, Chet Kasem, and the leader of his record plant, I've forgotten the name, sorry, Solstrom, David Solstrom, I think, sorry. And we really learned a lot. For example, we learned that, and this is an important fact, why do we have these releases as all analog releases, not what we nowadays know, not what we have with the MoFi, a digital one. Because in 1994, Bernie Grundman did this mastering for classic records. That was one of the reasons Michael Hobson was there at the time, because he did them for classic records. Chet Kasem bought classic records, and so he got the metal parts. And this is the reason why this is the last time, this has been the last chance to get those 3-track original tapes, and Bernie Grundman could work with them. And what he said was very interesting, because he said he did do very, very, very few EQing. Nothing at, almost nothing at all, he explained. Which is a thing, as some of you might know, which I really, really do love. So that is the reason why we have this UHQR nowadays, although Columbia/Sony is involved, as an all analog version. Is there much to say about the album? Best sold jazz album of all time, with Julian Cannonball Alderley, Paul Chambers, James Cobb, John Coltrane, Bill Evans, who played a huge role when it comes to this album, and Wynton Kelly, and of course Miles Davis. There are very few albums, jazz albums, that are so easy to get into, in my opinion, and belongs in every collection in what form whatsoever. But this is an important album. It's a fantastic album. It's beautiful. It's such a nice listening. So to have this album is a no-brainer. But now, again, a little look back. When I compared the 33 and the 45/UHQR against the MoFi in the last video, I said I can't do a shootout between a 33 and a 45. I've waited for the 45, which is now the case. But I also stated that I liked the 33 way more than the MoFi, way more, because of its natural approach. Yeah, see, we have heard the difference, although we didn't know for sure. We didn't know, but there has been a difference. If you don't believe me, I will link the old video in the video description down below. Just watch it. Go to around 6 minutes, I start talking about that. So now, of course, we know better, but still, I compared those two. I've compared the MoFi, the MoFi, and the kind of blue. And yes, Those two are worlds apart. Why? First off, in my opinion, not only that the MoFi people used a digital step, they also did, in my opinion, especially when it comes to the bass, a lot of EQing, a lot, too much in my opinion. If you now hear the UHQR, it's so almost ruins the overall musicality that there, for this reason alone, the 33 and the 45 UHQR is way better. But the 45 has its own points that makes it even way better in other aspects. It comes with a sheer unbelievable easiness. You know, what do I mean when I say easiness? You know, when the drum, zack, easy. When Miles gets in, it's there. It's within a fraction of the second. There is this musicality, this band, the room, the separation, the sound stage. This is so natural, way more than on the MoFi. You have every important aspect of an audiophile recording: dynamic room, soundstage, overall consistency on the side of the 45 RPM. So this is finally the day where I could compare the two 45s, and let's do it on a scale. I'd give the 45 MoFi an 8, maybe 7.5. I don't want to get too negative on MoFi, you know. You know why? Okay, let's say 8, and the UHQR 10.5. It's brilliant release, even when you compare it to the 33 and a third on a much smaller scale. And this is of course natural, because we're talking a 45 here. The main advantage of a 45 is that you don't have to crumble the Rillen, sorry, I'm blanking out here with the English term, where you put the needle in. Sorry, I can't say it. You can keep them wider. You don't have to crunch them anyhow. And the less of used space on a record is, the better it can get. And that is the advantage of the 45. So the 45 RPM will always be better if not somebody F's up. If you do a good job, the 45 will be better. And same here. And now you even have the choice, although the 33 is sold out over at Analog Productions / Acoustic Sounds, but I think they are still floating around. They're doing quite some of them. 25K, this is quite some. But again, we're talking kind of blue. But that's now the decision. If you don't say, and if you're not crazy like me and say, I get them both, of course, that's your decision. Convenience versus sound quality. That's the main part, of course. The new one is also a bit more expensive, which gets more and more a topic, of course. But if you're into the sound of it, the 45 is a killer. Well done, chat. Thanks for this fabulous release in many aspects. And once more, it's very nice to see that you move on, you go ahead, that now the day, it's nothing spectacular, but it shows you want to improve everything that's possible. That these records now is outside the sleeves is cool. But that the people on that company thought about putting them in an additional bag, those two, this is great. Great. I totally like that. I hope other labels will see that, because this is really, why do I like that? Maybe I have to explain it a bit. This really prevents us from getting those nasty, nasty, nasty seam splits. I mean, who does like a seam split? Nobody. And putting the vinyl outside of the jacket. So every time when you ship vinyl, put the vinyl outside of the jacket, protect it, then you avoid getting those seam split in almost any case. Yeah, that's it. Probably have forgotten half of it, what I would have loved to say, but that's it for now. Okay, what is your opinion? Are you the 45 RPM guy or girl, or the 33 1/3? Okay, let's discuss that in the comments. Thank you for your time. See you on the next one. Bye.